Welcome in. It is Monday, time for Sports Idiot Nation, and today we have to go over who the real Fighting Irish of college football as it is back. Also, my trip to Cracker Barrel and why the Tennessee Titans are not dill-doing around.
Sports, comedy, pop culture, and everything in between. By idiots, for idiots.
Yeah, I get that your fantasy team might end up being the butt of all jokes this year, but I do have a recommendation for team name. The California Ass Sniffers. Still available? You'll take it.
This is Sports Idiot Nation.
Sports, comedy, pop culture, and everything in between. Welcome back, sinners. This is Season 2 of Sports Idiot Nation.
Welcome in. It is Monday, August 25th, and Miles behind enemy lines is definitely sporting his new shirt that you can find on...
I'm Faith Hilling over here. Faith Hilling.
The link is in the description.
Line.
Yep. Love it.
We got more options coming your way right now. We just got Texas and Tennessee, but we got more coming your way, so stay tuned.
Yep. So we got a lot to get into. We got college football. We have to celebrate the Chinese. I guess we're obligated. More about that, and we got some booty sniffing. We got just a lot to get into. So I want to start with college football.
Booty sniffing. I mean, that's a whole episode in itself.
Right. Stay tuned for next week. We have more sniffing
That's all.
areas.
We could do a whole second series on just booty sniffing. So
you know who would actually be interested in that is who was that old Duke player who got caught like at the hotel putting his hand down his pants and then like smelling and like wiping on the wall, Dante Jones or something like that. It was like 2 months ago. No, for real.
We've I believe you. We've dove deep already. I don't know.
Dug deep.
Yeah.
We have dug deep. Yes,
Yeah.
pun intended.
All right. So college football,
always digging for gold here at Sports City Nation.
Indubitably. College football is back. There were some decent games. The first thing I want to ask you, Miles, is how much longer do we have to play football on soccer fields in Ireland? How many years are we going to be doing this? Because it's too much. I can't do it. I don't want to watch it. Punt, muffed, fumbles, this, like, players can't. It's not. Soccer is soccer and football is football. They knew it wasn't like, oh, guys, we just signed a contract. In 2 days, there's going to be football here. I think they knew for quite some time across the pond that we're going to play football, and it's a different game than soccer. I just don't understand what we're doing.
Well, during the Trump years, there's always these talks of conflict with North Korea, Iran, Russia, China, at all. I think we need a second revolutionary war. I think this one needs to be solo against Ireland. Back in the 1700s, they were a part of the UK, so it's really Revolutionary War number 2 that we need to establish the real football of planet Earth. And once we get that done, we got it. We can have actual turf over there. But until then, we're going to have to put up with games like Farmageddon in a pigsty.
It was just bad. Like, I don't want to watch that when the footing and all that is just so terrible, and it's so obvious why that is. The game itself, the second half was better, and the end of game actually got a little bit more funny as Kansas State took the L. And T.I., did you hear about this? Did you hear about what happened?
Did I hear about Kansas State losing? No, I did not hear about them losing, but it sounds like you're about to tell me something way more interesting than them losing a football game.
Way more interesting than the entire game in Ireland was, okay. Well, Miles, we were talking about a little bit before the show. I like the way Miles explains it.
Yeah, so Hayden Panettiere's father was the defensive coordinator at Alexandria High School. No, we are actually talking about the quarterback who looks like Hayden Panettiere at 9 years old. He was,
Hayden, you
supposed to
talking about
be
from
the
Heroes in Nashville too? Isn't that
or
her?
Yeah.
even younger.
Yeah.
Like
Yep,
this
the
is
girl
pre-grow up day,
when
So
she
she
was
plays
like
before
9
she
years
turned.
old.
So she plays football for Kansas State now? Tight. Okay, got it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're
Keep
following
going.
perfectly. Just
I am.
lock
Keep
came
in.
full
going.
circle.
Keep going.
Yep, right. We're on the
All
right
right.
track here.
I
So they
wonder why I
blitz a
haven't
quarter
seen her
from
in
the side
movies
with 9
lately. She's
seconds
been
left.
training.
We're
Right.
there.
Been a little busy. She's not singing anymore.
Hey, kudos to
So
her.
she gets out
Sometimes
there
you just got to
and
go for your goals and dreams in life.
digging
the
for that
cheerleader.
gold, man.
That's right. Like those Duke players.
So, anyways, that's the story right there. I guess no, it's the fact that this quarterback's father and brother in attendance, enjoying their trip to Ireland. They're like, hey, let's get in a drunken fight like everyone else here. I want to hit the biggest MO here. Oh, that's you. They get into an argument after the loss and they go fisticuffs on each other. Again, father and son, the father and brother of Kansas State quarterback. And they're seen on the ground just getting after it. And of
In a
course,
big
we
old
talked about
puddle.
the
It's
show.
like mud wrestling.
This
Mud
got to
wrestling,
be a
huh?
joke, right? No, they just
I've-
lost. Yeah, is that the kind of mud wrestling you want, Ti?
It's not the most attractive mud wrestling I've seen before. But I'll allow it. I'll allow it. But are we sure that this is not a script for a new Netflix drama, or is this real life, or did the Kansas State quarterback just miss out on his full ride to Alabama? Because that family right there is Tuscaloosa material if I've ever seen it.
The Carnies.
So,
Florida.
but yeah, I mean, at least it was just mud and not baby oil, and Diddy
Nice
wasn't
try,
involved.
Diddy. Yeah.
Diddy wasn't involved. So
Nice try.
nice try, Diddy. Nice try, Diddy. But yeah, kudos to them for getting some social media clicks across the pond. Other than that, I mean, what else can we say? It's Kansas State. I mean, that's another thing too. I think we talked about this a year ago. I think I was like, why do we make these marquee like faux matchups with these just mediocre football teams? And
it's funny too because
like,
the winner of this game probably is going to determine one of the two teams in the Big 12 championship game. That just goes to show you how far the Big 12's fallen. No, I agree with you completely. That's how bad, to your point, that's how bad the Big 12 is right now.
I mean, yeah,
that Arizona State could win it last year, and now the winner of this Farmageddon, Ireland, the Potato Famine Bowl, basically, is perhaps going to determine one of the two teams in the Big 12 title game in December.
The first down famine game.
I'm just assuming that
right?
I'm assuming that it starts off like the committee is real excited and they're like, all right, these are our target teams this year. And they've got like 25 teams on the board. It's like, Alabama, USC, Ohio State. And they're calling them up and they're just like, all of them are like, fuck no, fuck no, fuck no,
Yeah.
fuck no, fuck no, fuck no, fuck no, hell no, fuck no. Even BYU's like, no, thank you.
That's Catholic over there. We Mormons.
And then finally
Mormons
they get
stay
down
west.
to somebody
That's
like
two parties.
Kansas State, and it's like, yeah, why
We'll think
not?
about it.
So I don't know.
Couldn't get Cincy to go.
It's just very weird to me. Like, let's take the NFL for instance. Like, we were opening up the NFL with a marquee matchup between the Cowboys and Eagles. Then we're following up Monday or Friday night with, the Chiefs, which is still Patrick Mahomes and Justin Herbert, who's like, one of the smaller poster childs. But at one point they were trying to anoint him the next big thing. So I mean, it's still a good matchup. But here we're looking at the opening of college football, and we're just like, okay, that's cool. Kansas State and Ireland.
Even
Okay,
get West Virginia and Pitt for your good old backyard brawl, because you had a post game fight, you got a terrible turf like that. At least give us the backyard brawl over there and a non-conference game.
I mean, there's a million ways to make it interesting, and they're just 2 years in a row. It's what was last year, like Florida State and
Georgia Tech. Yeah, because Florida State was supposed to be like, hey, they're back.
I mean, just killing it, man. Georgia Tech, Florida State. Now we got Kansas State, and who did they play? I don't even know. Who cares?
Hey, they played Brock Purdy's team. They played
who's that?
He still doesn't
know.
Iowa State.
Fighting San Diego Statans. I don't know.
Iowa
but
State,
hey,
same thing. Yeah.
Iowa State. That's great. The Cyclones or the Hawks or something. I don't know who they are. The Hawks, Hawk clones.
Hey, sports
All right,
memories offended.
Yeah, Ti has derailed for sure. We love it. So I want to get into a little bit more college football. Way, still again far away in Hawaii. But before we do,
This is your question of the week.
all right. So question of the week is, as you know, we've had for the second time a trip to the literal fighting Irish in Ireland. So the question of the week is, what sporting event do you want to see moved across the pond? And it could be any sporting event. It could be preseason, regular season, any sport, any situation. What would you like to see? We'll find
Can it
out
just
later.
be an entire franchise? Can we just move in the franchise and
Can
every
the
game
Dallas
be over there?
Cowboys just move to Ireland and be done with it? Yeah. All right.
I
So
was thinking the moon,
let's
but okay.
we're sticking with far away college football and the state of Hawaii because look, they were one of the only teams that played in week 0. So look, it's a slow week here at Sin. Like there's not much else to talk about for college football. None of the good teams played, but Hawaii had an interesting situation where they won the game off of a field goal from a kicker who just has an interesting story. Miles, tell us a little bit more.
So the kicker, we'll call him Sensei, Miskazuzazawaki, Kazuzaki.
Kansei Matsuda,
Yeah,
Kawasaki,
Samsung.
Iowa. Toshiba.
He grew
Kazasaki,
up
Suzuki,
in Japan. Yeah, I'm
Mazda.
trying to tell a story here, damn it. I started this, so
Come on,
it's my own
stop.
fault.
Jeez, Adam.
I'm
Just
an idiot.
because you're a gypsy doesn't mean you can be racist. Come on, man. Just chill out, dude.
Gypsy
I hate
Japanese.
everyone. I hate everyone.
So at the end of, well, no, this is the end of the story. At the age of 20, he came over to the United States on the left coast, Adams' home area, and saw an NFL football game for the first time. And he liked the kicking so much, he decided to take it back home with him. He started practicing in a park in his early 20s and watched YouTube videos of the Seattle Seahawks kicker to figure out how to do proper NFL kicking technique or just American football technique.
As
And he
one
shipped
does.
off a bunch of his just training videos in a park to college teams all over the United States. He actually got an opportunity to kick for a JUCO in Ohio. And after a couple of years, he got an offer from Hawaii off the mainland back closer to home to kick. And he actually started last year. No one really knew of him, knew the story, because who pay attention to Hawaii football other than in week 0, and they usually lose to teams like UCLA. But on Saturday, he had the opportunity to beat a terrible Stanford team that's in an even less sensical conference, the Any Coast Conference in the ACC now, and beat them 23-20 on a walk-off field goal. So now he is king of the crop, Mr. Big Man on campus in Hawaii, and just such a cool story. You know, it goes to show, you put your mind to something no one will ever give you a chance at, or at least you don't think, but you persevere, you take initiative, give yourself a chance, allow others to give you a chance, and hey, you might be a Japanese kicker in your late 20s walking it off against the Stanford Cardinal.
That is the Japanese dream. The Japanese dream right there.
Uncle Rico,
Everyone-
eat your heart out.
Yeah. He kicked the ball over
Right.
the mountains. So,
That's right.
and over the oceans. No, not
the
Lake
rainbow.
Ocean.
That would be, that's over. He kicked it over the rainbow. Come on.
He's like out in the park kicking his field goals, and people are walking in front of the camera.
He was
He's
in.
like, it's like get out of the camera. I'm trying to shoot my NFL promo video. They're like, yeah, right. Shut up, nerd. And then here he is. Now he's in college. Now he's in college.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm this close. This close.
From Sensei to Matsuzawa and kicks.
That's awesome. Shout out to him. Hope it works out for him. Hope we see him in the NFL, and I hope we hear that story one day as I'm watching him probably like beating my team with an overtime field goal, and they're telling his story, and I'll be like, oh, I remember that story.
I
We
remember
talked
that.
about it. Yeah, fuck that guy.
On this very program. Yeah, that's what's going to happen. But you will you will have the last laugh because he may tear his ACL as he celebrates. So,
Well, if he's playing on a field in Ireland, maybe.
yeah, exactly. Full
Yeah.
circle.
Yeah.
All right.
He
So
might be Matsuzawa might beat out Gronk, or shoot, what was their last name? The guy that tore his
Mazda?
ACL.
Mazda?
No.
Grammatica.
Grammatica. I was about to say Gronk,
Gronk.
but
Encyclopedia Britannica.
Brain freeze. See, I'm trying to pronounce his last name, Matsuzawa, correctly, and I just biffed it again, and my brain just like froze. But
Every
Martin Grammatica,
7
damn it.
episodes, every 7 episodes, Miles ruins an entire
his
segment.
He has to
Every
reboot.
7.
His system
I've
is
done the
getting
math.
reboot.
I've
Miles'
done the math.
system's getting his firmware is getting upgraded at that point.
Right.
But yeah, no, it's Encyclopedia Britannica was that kicker's name.
Correct.
For Tampa Bay, I think. He had a brother too. I think there were 2 of them.
I think there's 9 of them, but
They're like
3.
they were competing with Phillip Rivers' children for amount of football
Kansas State
family tree.
yeah.
Right.
There's nothing more that can get us back on track with the show than a trip to Cracker Barrel. And so that's where we head to next, because I got to give TI a special shout out, and I'll start by giving myself credit, because in our group chat, I did kind of tear it up with the logo. I started the whole thing, and then I'll give TI the credit because this truly is a hilarious reason to follow us on social media, because I don't know exactly whose bright idea it was, but TI definitely took over doing it. That we all know the deal about Cracker Barrel. We talked about it. Like, okay, the logo, it's almost to the point of being played out. However, we got in the beginning.
Close.
So we are okay.
Beating it.
Yeah, we're okay because we were like on the ground floor. Now, all that to say, if you do not follow us on social media, this is reason number 743 to do so. Because over the weekend, this was so funny that we changed our logo, all of our branding, and then TI started changing it for random people that followed us. And this is fantastic. So you would have like John Smith would comment and say, "Ooh, do me." And then seconds later, T.I. would take care of it, and it would be the yellow, and in the brown, the crap brown, it would say John Smith.
And then there's the Don Quixote of Common Sense. One of them that popped up.
Dude, just so funny.
There's people on there right now that are waiting for their logos. You guys hang tight.
Some people got mad. Like, you weren't acting fast enough. They just really wanted it. They couldn't do it for themselves, man. They needed a Sports Idiot Nation made and minted logo.
It's tough. It's like I don't know if people understand out there, but sometimes I have to live my life, raise my kid, eat food, and sleep.
He has a mom.
I have sleep.
Take care of it.
Do some sleep things. Like rest. I go to bed about 3 a.m. Wake up about 8. Every now and then I gotta go to bed before 3 a.m. So, but yeah, it was pretty awesome. Cracker Barrel really, it was a really good move on their behalf to change their logo up. It's really done well for their stock.
And then for their Miles actually took some initiative. Why don't you discuss the email?
So yes, the lovely CEO of Cracker Barrel, she needed to know what we did because of her. So obviously, as you saw on Sports Idiot Nation and all of our other platforms, TI went and changed her logo, and then he changed the color to actually match the color scheme of each social media page that we have. So I took that. I was like, let me do a little research here real quick. So I found multiple email addresses for the CEO of Cracker Barrel, and I blasted her a message to say, thank you for your inspiration. The reaction has been overwhelmingly positive for our branding changes. And as she went on air to say, this is all just background noise, it's overwhelmingly positive, the response that we've got to our rebranding.
And Miles at the end was like, in PS, can we have some hash brown casserole?
Oh, fun.
I
I
had.
do love their egg skillet,
So,
everybody
here's a
loves.
Still
question.
waiting on a response. It is Monday
Here,
morning now. I sent this late Friday, so she could get it right to her emails first thing Monday, and it might be sitting in the queue right
We
now.
are
Here,
holding our breath.
Let me see.
We are
Yes.
holding
You
our
guys know
breath.
And he's dead.
what is absolutely hilarious about this whole Cracker Barrel thing is that you can see right here. I actually own stock in Cracker Barrel, so I have been watching this whole fucking thing happen live. Yeah. My wife and I actually own Cracker Barrel stock. It's funny. My in-laws are almost in their 80s. Many years ago, they bought stock in Cracker Barrel. And when my wife turned 18, obviously, they gave her some shares or whatever, So we've always had stock in Cracker Barrel, and we just have had it in the background, just like a Let's Do Its thing. And it's been really fun to watch that happening.
Yeah. Well, now I'm going to buy some because it can only go up.
We don't just own like 5 shares. Okay, like this is not fun. Okay, thanks, Cracker Barrel.
Just got a hold. I think my wife is single-handedly keeping Cracker Barrel alive, so it's going to be all right, man. It always rebounds.
Thank you. Your wife's putting food in my kid's mouth. It's not Cracker Barrel food, but
just so crazy. So I want to ask you guys, in the experience of dining out at a one Cracker Barrel, let me ask you this. So my dad orders the chicken sandwich and asks for absolutely none mayonnaise. Comes back. It obviously has mayonnaise because this is where the story is going. Obviously, yeah, covered.
It's Cracker Barrel.
So he's like, I'm so sorry, I just can't do mayonnaise. He just hates it. So she's like, oh my gosh, yep, I'm so sorry, let me fix it. I, as being hungry, you could leave those fries though. Leave the fries. And she's like, oh, well, I don't know how to take them back. We're like, don't worry, here's a freaking napkin, just leave. All right, beat it. All right, so we have the fries. How do you think the sandwich comes back? No fries.
Mayonnaise again.
No. It comes back with no fries. We're like, now wait a minute. You're really gonna punish my dad, and he's gonna have the cold fries?
Punishing you for your.
What is happening?
Do
you assume if you get a sandwich that comes with a side, if the sandwich isn't right and you and they let you keep the side, they're still going to refresh the side and give it to you? Or am I weird?
Not at a place that just lost almost $300 million in stock revenue in 4 days.
They can't afford it, damn it.
Yeah, man,
I was
very upset.
I was hoping she'd go for 2 and not paying attention. She handed off, hey, we got to redo the sandwich. And just put mayonnaise on it again, damn it.
I'm surprised you didn't just take a napkin right in front of you and go, all right, it's off. Put it right back on your sandwich.
Don't mess with the people that mess with your food.
Just very, very upsetting. Very upsetting.
Definitely no
toast.
Sorry that happened to you, Adam. I hope you were able to make it through the day without dying of hunger.
What's funny is it wasn't my meal. I was just upset.
Well, obviously you were stealing your father's fries, and then you expected Cracker Barrel to reimburse your father that you stole from.
My mom had a gift card. Okay, she's a nice lady.
Oh, and you had a gift card.
That's the only reason.
It's just theft all around here. Okay, you weren't even paying actual money.
Adam, you know what you got to do?
Rebrand.
Utilize. No. We've already done that. You got to utilize the send email account. Send a follow-up email saying, hey, we want to make sure that you saw the first one, also to let you know. Damn it, they sent mayo out on the sandwich, and then no fries second time around. Come on.
Yeah, come on, that's not appropriate.
And then they punished my father, who was dying of hunger, for not enjoying his sandwich by taking fries from him. That's what you tell him.
It's not ethical to do, but all right.
Well, I'm sorry, Adam. I'm really sorry that happened to you. Poor soul.
Yeah, I
hope you make it through.
Very upset about it. Let's shift to the NFL. As I remind you, new episodes of Sports Idiot Nation come to you every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Also, keep in mind, as we're getting into real football season, Friday's episodes are always going to be fun because typically we'll have a Thursday night game to talk through, and we can go through all of predictions and what we think are going to happen. So I am excited for real college football this week. However, you have to tune into Friday's show as we'll really get into it. So, all that to say, we did finish up the preseason with Terrell Owens' son catching a touchdown in a Niner uniform. It was amazing. Brendan Rice did not score a touchdown, but he did play in that game as well, the son of Jerry Rice. That was, I got to say, as a 49er fan, to have Jerry Rice's son playing against Terrell Owens' son playing, who he was only on the practice squad last year, T.O.'s son, to actually get a touchdown where he made a great play, like, that was pretty cool.
Is
Other
that
than
like,
that,
as a fan, as a Niners fan, is that when you just look in the mirror, like it comes full circle and you're just like, man,
I'm old.
I am really old.
Yeah, dude. Like, what? Like, not that long ago, T.O. was taking a Sharpie out of his damn sock and, getting in trouble with the cheerleaders, taking their pom-poms, like, all that. So, no, but let's talk through preseason, what the storylines, shout out to Wayne Diesel, talking about, Jackson Dart, and I still think, having some time to think about it as preseason is over with, and all these teams now can look at their quarterback situation and that kind of thing. How bad is Todd Huntley if he's the quarterback that gets released in Cleveland? Out of all of those, he's the guy that gets released.
Tyler
Tyler Huntley. Yeah.
Todd Huntley. I don't think he's still in the league anymore.
Okay.
So,
well, I made
Cleveland.
I made a post the other day that the Cleveland Browns need to remember who their most recent Pro Bowl quarterback is. That's still active on the roster.
The Browns,
arguably the best quarterback the Browns have ever had.
Browns got Shador out there trying this like third preseason game. They got him out there playing with some like players that clearly are not making the team at all. And then he's out here like trying to duck like 30 and 40 yards back, trying to create something. I'm like, man, your job's on the line. What are you doing, dude?
Well, that's
Just
why.
throw the ball away, man.
He's trying to make something happen. I mean,
I know. Like somebody's gonna be like, "Oh, now we got to get this guy on the team." Now look what he just did.
Well, someone that won't be making the team that you don't want on your team either is another son of a former legend, Shiloh Sanders. Will not be a Tampa Bay Buck.
What a
and
move.
Why is that?
Yeah, throwing bows. Even coach was just like, can't be doing that, son. At this level, you're going to have to learn from that one.
Can't have.
What he said.
Can't coach him.
Was that Todd Bowles? He's like, yeah, you're going to have to learn from that one. And I'm sure they'll bring him back to the practice squad because he's Sanders' son. But he maybe wasn't making the team anyway, and this just gave him a little bit of more of a.
Dallas should just pick him up.
Public
that would be
reason.
A very Jerry Jones thing to do.
Yeah. Well, Vegas could take him. And maybe
the Cowboys might have another roster spot open.
Vegas. Here's a real thing. I know.
Adam just woke up when he heard Vegas. He thought we were about to go gamble.
No, here's a real thing because the wrist of the backup quarterback who went to Perdon't, McConnell, he's out, and the Eagles and these trades with Carson Wentz now is not available to go to Vegas. I heard rumblings that maybe they would try and get him, but they can't because Carson Wentz got traded now. And where did he even go?
Carson Wentz, I didn't even know he was on
Nobody
team.
knows.
Yeah, nobody knows. No, because Carson Wentz would be a decent backup for like a Raider team, or you know what I mean, something like that. Or also not Tyler Heineke.
With the Vikings.
Or like the Toronto Argonauts. Argonauts might be a good team for him.
Yeah.
No, he's cheerleading for the Vikings. Yeah.
Yes.
He's not man enough. He's not man enough.
Let's talk about the male cheerleaders for a second. Here's the thing, guys. I went to the 49er opening game last year, and they had a male cheerleader. And we just thought, well, it's San Francisco. They're progressive. No one said anything. No one said anything. Why all of a sudden?
Yeah.
Did they really?
Yeah. He was awesome too. He made like the Pro Bowl, and he was I was like, man, look, Duke can jump. Man, he's got some muscles. So I was like, throw him at DB, man. I'm sure he could get at least 2 picks.
Throw him a dildo.
God, what was his name? Everybody was all the AFC South groups were like clowning on us.
Hank. His name was Hank.
No, his name was like Andre or something like that, DJ or something. But
as if.
Yeah,
But I don't
I'm gonna.
understand why they're making a big deal about it now. I just don't.
I,
If you don't like it, don't look. Only look at the girls then. They're
I
hot. Just
just
look at
don't.
them.
Who
I
cares,
don't like.
man?
Yeah,
People,
exactly.
people that wake up and like
It's not a real
get angry
sport.
about that are the same people that wake up. They like open their windows. They're like, oh, and the sun's shining. They're like, oh, it's too sunny today. You know,
Yeah.
and then like the rain. They're like, I wish it would rain, and then it's raining. It's like, oh, too much
I
rain.
told you.
Wish it was sun.
See,
Oh,
I knew this
just,
would happen.
you know, like you just can't please those people, man. Like Mitch Hedberg said, last night, can't please everybody in life. Last night, everybody came to my show. Those are those people, man. You'll never. I mean, I get it. Like, sure, people are like, oh, this isn't right. Whatever, however you grew up, however you're taught, whatever, man. Some people can't help how they're raised. I get it. It's implanted in their brain. It's like brainwashed. But who gives a shit? Let people do what they want. I don't care. You know what I mean? Like, it's a dude jumping. It's not like he's wearing a skirt. He's wearing some shorts too. He's wearing just normal clothes. Like he's just jumping around doing his thing. Like,
what
just
does this have to do with your team losing? Your team sucks.
Yeah. Focus on fixing your team, not the people cheering on the sidelines.
So speaking of your
team's playing pretty gay.
Speaking of your team sucking,
What's new here?
I got a question for Miles. Here's two topics, and we'll let Ti chime in. A, because he's going to anyway, and B, I do want to hear his. I do want to hear his take as well. So
good. Thank you for allowing me to chime in, sir.
On my own podcast, yeah.
Yeah.
So
thank you.
I'm going to give you a
list. May I answer another question?
Please, sir. Some more words.
Yeah, some more. Yes, please. Ask me another.
Can I have some more? All right. Here are these teams that I'm going to break down for you. The Miami Dolphins, Chicago Bears, Cleveland Browns, Denver Broncos, New York Giants, and Baltimore Ratbirds. They all did not lose a preseason game. And now check out this list. Kansas City Chiefs, Atlanta Falcons, Washington, Don't Call Me Commanders, Carolina Panthers, Jacksonville Jaguars, Las Vegas Raiders, and the New Orleans Saints. All those teams did not win a preseason game. Now, there were some ties in there, which is just hilarious because it's like, whatever. But we'll talk through the winners first. Out of the teams that did not lose a single preseason game, what team stood out to you as saying, oh, that's actually real, can be, real momentum? Again, it's Miami, Chicago, Cleveland, Denver, New York Giants, and Baltimore. Miles, what team jumps out to you where you say, no, that might be real momentum, that could be a real thing?
Chicago. I hate it. But Caleb actually played.
Tell me more.
Yeah. But your grandfathers will be talking about how the New York Giants had this miraculous run in the 2025 preseason, reminiscent of the 2008 Detroit Lions, who went 4-0 in the preseason, then 0-16. I guess Chicago, maybe Denver, until they take it in the against Tennessee.
Hey man, he said one team, man. You can't steal my team, damn it.
Caleb Williams is improved. We get it. We got it. And the Bears might win 7 or 8 games this year and miss the playoffs by 2 or 3 games.
That's never happened.
Now, okay, here's what I want, because we'll do this here soon. We will do an actual all-out prediction. But real quick, I just want you guys to see this, because we joke about the Bears and we joke about Caleb Williams. Here is their schedule. Okay, I'm just going to real quickly. They start on Monday Night Football at home against the Vikings, then at Lions versus Cowboys, at Raiders, at Commanders versus Saints, at Ravens, at Bengals, against the Giants, at Vikings versus the Steelers, at Eagles, at Packers versus the Browns versus the Packers, at 49ers, and end January 4th against the Lions.
Zero wins.
That's
0 wins.
I mean, look, there's 9 losses, for sure in there.
Wait a minute.
I mean,
now, Adam, week 1 for Chicago. Remind me who that was again.
Vikings, correct. Monday Night Football.
So again, this is all tactics. Why is Minnesota have male cheerleaders now?
to distract Caleb Williams.
Caleb Williams,
Figured it
There
out.
we go.
fingernails.
Figured it
There
out.
we
Got
go.
black
Figured it
fingernails.
out.
He paints his nails.
Oh man, it's like Charlie from
There
Sunny
you go.
right now. I'm putting all the dots together right now, man.
Yeah,
You guys are gonna have to
brilliant.
excuse me. I got some discovery to do, some exploration to do. That's a good call, Miles. I think you figured it out.
Yeah, great. Oh, who else is pulling
Caleb
this
Williams should be
research?
ready for
What
that.
I
other
remember
podcasts?
Martine Grammatica's name, but damn
well-
it, I figured out the conspiracy behind male cheerleaders.
What an idiot!
Yeah. I was
Dialed
gonna
that one up.
I was gonna chime in and say Denver, but since Miles stole it, I guess I just have to vomit
No,
my mouth. Vomit
that's
my
pretty
mouth
solid.
said ratbirds. Vomit my mouth said ratbirds. But I mean, it doesn't really mean much because they always win in the preseason. They always do well in the regular season. They always steal Titans players. I'm sorry. Wait, that was last part was just my brain not being able to filter my mouth. But yeah, Denver. Denver I think is trying to take that next leap until week 1 when they run into the Tennessee Titans. That will just end their hopes for the season. I think they're just
You
going to get a
ward
demoralizing
them
defeat
off.
week 1. That's
Right.
right. Demoralizing
obviously
defeat at the
going
hands of the
undefeated.
Tennessee Titans. We are 17-0. I will have a. Well, I mean, I don't want to. I don't want to give
But
any spoiler alerts, but I've got
But we'll still lose in the divisional round.
Got a schedule prediction reveal video coming out next week before the season starts. Yeah, I think.
But it's titled, no spoilers, but it's titled Project 17 and 0.
I mean, I tried. I promised I would keep it grounded and realistic, and not be a homer and just try to, just don't want to give away anything. But it's pretty in-depth coverage. I put a lot of thought into it. Crossed a lot of X's and O's, dotted a lot of I's, crossed some T's. I think that's how you say it.
We hope the Titans put in as much energy and effort as you do to this video into their season.
Exactly.
They don't.
We hope that Micah Parsons lying down on the job on a table is not what you do in your video.
That's
did
what
you see that?
Deshaun,
What is
Deshaun
that
Watson
about?
does. Deshaun Watson does that.
What is Micah like? What goes through his mind? I get that he has leverage and that the whole world is siding with him. But do you want to change our minds, Micah? Why don't you lay ridiculously on a table and watch what happens where the world changes their view? Like, what? I don't understand what goes through these guys' heads of like, then he had an MRI done. Like, get out of here, dude. Like, what is happening?
Yeah, he's got some stuff going on. I mean, he's been doing podcasts in the middle of the season and stuff. Like, yeah, he's got some weird stuff going on.
I got to say this because I went to training camp last week, and this whole kerfuffle, it is just getting to be annoying to Cowboys fans. Like the vibe in there, you can just see that they're completely over it. And the hate, and it was funny because Jerry Jones got booed when he came out before practice. But you can really see the people that know what's going on with this more than just the general population of NFL fans. They see that, yeah, Jerry Jones is who he is. He's a prick. He's an a-hole. He's got a huge ego. But you could sense people weren't happy with Micah Parsons either, or at least his agent, because the whole talk of, he's getting the $200 million or nearly $200 million guaranteed is far and away a record for a defensive player. Blows out Myles Garrett's contract by almost $75 million and then $40 million a year. It's like, dude, how much more do you want? Now, of course, Jerry Jones could be just throwing these numbers off the wall, but you think there would be a lot more pushback on it if none of that was true. So at the end of the day, there are no good guys in this. It's a mess. It's just absolute BS, but it's typical Cowboys. We've all at this point have now watched the Netflix special where Jerry Jones admits, hey, I want it to be a show year round. Well, how are you going to do it other than turning it into a circus?
Right.
Well, like you said, Micah Parsons, everybody was in his corner, but now the fans are turning against him. And as you say, there are no heroes, and you either die the hero or you live long enough to become the villain. And so it'll be only a matter of time. Week 3, week 4, Micah Parsons not in that lineup. Cowboys fans are literally going to be burning his jerseys.
Yeah. But you know who Cowboys fans do love
and breaking their TVs.
Joe Milton III, Tennessee Vols, baby.
They like him. And Wayne Diesel's out here shouting out for Jalen Monroe out there in Seattle. I mean, it's a SEC. It's SEC Nation. We will not rest until there's an SEC quarterback at the helm of every NFL team. Yes.
Well, that's an idiotic take, almost as idiotic. But I will say Dwayne Diesel, Wayne Diesel, Dwayne
Diesel.
Wayne Diesel,
Dwayne Diesel.
Weasel.
That's a wrestling name if I ever heard it right there.
Dwayne Weasel.
My name is Dwayne Diesel.
Dwayne Weasel. Wayne Diesel. Yeah. He embodied idiot verse by saying that Milroe deserves to start in Seattle. How in the hell do you come across that? Sam Darnold ain't the biggest shot in the world, but he still took Minnesota with a competent team to 13 wins. Give me a break.
Yeah, it's
speaking of another SEC quarterback, Hendon Hooker has not looked too good at his opportunities in the preseason.
No, Joe Milton's better.
Mm-hmm.
Is he with Detroit?
Tennessee quarterback.
Yeah, he's with Detroit. Every time he gets in there, he throws a pick. Every time he threw a pick like yesterday, I think, or Saturday. Was it Saturday night? I don't know when they played. I think it was Saturday night. I don't know. I was surprised that there was no, close out the preseason, Sunday night game. But
I know they want to give everyone proper time. Imagine that the NFL actually tried to do the right thing.
It's really just for the fans. It's really just for us fans to wave goodbye to our families and our wives and kids. And just got to tell our son or daughter to be the man or woman of the house until we come back in early February. So I had the talk with my son, told him what to do if someone broke in. I told him how to drive a vehicle.
Take care of his mom.
Yeah, pretty much. Told him how to change the litter box, all the stuff that pretty much I'm the only useful for around here. So,
yeah. Yesterday being the last Sunday without, football for a while, I watched the entire dumbest show ever, The Hunting Wives. I am 80% dumber in my brain for watching that, dude.
You and my wife would get along great.
Oh my gosh.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah, dude, it's so terrible. And everyone's clamoring for season 2. I'm like, no, can you take it off Netflix so I don't even have to admit that I watched it?
You're part of the problem. You're part of the problem. You clicked it, watched it. And you're
admitting it.
You're like, why are they making a second season? I mean, I only binge watched every episode. Jesus.
Well, it grabbed my attention when they won't stop making
was on
out
fire
with each other.
He loved the Cowboys America's Team documentary so much. He's like, let's keep it rolling. Let's watch Hunting Wives now. Keep the Texas thing.
Exactly. Whoa.
There's the star
Got
of the
a visitor.
Show.
Yeah. Hey, you know how to set the alarm in the house? Yeah, ADT.
Yeah. Go over all that.
Shelly. Yeah, Shelly the Turtle. You guys want to meet Shelly the Turtle?
Oh.
Shelly the Turtle.
I prefer my
Turtles of the Nation.
You going night-night? Love you. Good night.
He had to say bye, of course, to Dad. And
man.
coach,
you guys,
right?
You guys keep me from seeing my family, man.
Yeah, he's checking in on you.
Yeah. I'm not sure how long he's been standing out beside the door. He probably learned a few new words. So it's all good.
Still though.
Right. Well, one place we know your son was not at the Little League World Series. And how long has it been since Chinese Taipei, Miles? When
was the last time the Cowboys won a Super Bowl? The year was 1996.
Yeah.
So shout out to those little guys.
Yeah, they broke the curse. The Cowboys will not be breaking that this year.
Surge Soto is still a thing.
How it was against Vegas, right?
Right.
Now, did you guys
blanked them?
But did you guys see how Vegas got in on that last pitch? Dear Lord.
Dropped in. It dropped in a little.
No, it did, no, it did not. It was so bad. Like, the umpire had a hot day. A really hot day. I really want to know. Give me the Instagram of the girl you were with, because I need to make sure that she was hot enough for you to dip on those boys. Because if she was a 6 or below, you got to go back and
the ball was 6 feet off the ground. That's unequivocal.
That was
It was shoulder. It was not a cock-high fastball. It was a shoulder-high
It
curve.
was so bad. Like no one really said much about it. I'm like, guys, you're just letting this go.
Because the game was already decided. They were up by like 5 or 6 runs. It was over.
I guess it's just like, come on. It was bad, very bad.
It's
But
Little League.
shout out to, I mean, it's always good. I always like, as it's on, I'll catch it and I'll like dive in for sure and see like, okay, these players are from here, whatever. I want to see at least one interview because the interviews are just ridiculous. Usually with the kid, like, they don't prep them enough, and it's like the woman, and you feel bad for like the woman who got sent down to the minor leagues. Like, she was with the Tampa Bay Rays, and this week she's on assignment to go to the Little League World Series.
Williamsport.
Yeah, and talk to 11-year-olds and like, so what's your favorite pizza? Well, I like sausage. Like, well, okay. Like,
I mean, there's people out there commentating like college volleyball, female women's volleyball right now. Like I'm sure they'd probably be like, I'd rather go to Little League World Series.
right.
Digging bottom of the barrel.
Just all bad. All right. So, also, I wanted to get into this, what's going on in Tennessee. We didn't really dissect it and really, figure out, is this going to go just in Tennessee? I think this is a trend that Nashville can get behind, I think.
We just got to wrap our hands around it, get a tight grip on it, and just see where this thing shakes out, when it's all done. And we may come out on top. We may come out on bottom. But all I know is we're coming hard, and we are not dildoing around this season here in Tennessee.
Oh, that is a good Instagram reel right there. Stay tuned for the Instagram version of this. Always count on the guy. He's a wordsmith.
I thought we were just talking about how hard the Titans were going to work this season. What are you talking about, Adam?
Yep, exactly. And we'll find out when the Niners beat you by 10 points, because that is our bet.
How many receivers do you have? One? Didn't you just traded for? You literally have 2 guys on your team that's been shot, and 1 receiver. I mean,
look,
I don't know.
You got Terrell Owens' son.
Yeah, they're going to start the year in pistol formation. They cannot miss this opportunity.
They are very familiar with pistol formation.
Days.
Very familiar with pistol formation.
Now, T.I., about this situation, you asked online that the person that threw it, you're like, definitely they follow. I am more wanting to know that the guy that went out and picked it up barehanded, no gloves on, is he a follower of yours? That's the one who I really want to talk to. The audacity to go out and just do it. He did not hesitate. He got down there and just grabbed it and got it right out, man. That's a modern hero.
I've tried to dig a little deeper, and his tight grip and his enthusiastic retrieval leads me to believe that he wasn't instructed as much as he was trying to retrieve a souvenir. And so I'm just going to assume that one is at home and on his mantle right now.
Sure, saying straight up.
Yeah. But yeah, you're right. Probably needed gloves on that one. But hey, when you're in the trenches, you don't have a lot of options. You should know that, Miles. You've been there. Sometimes you got to improvise. And when you're in Iraq and you got to grab dildos, you might not have a glove. Dildo might be hot.
Hey, no glove, no love.
You just grab that dildo and you just
don't fit. You must. Well,
no
picking up dildos.
No dildos left behind.
That's right. A good soldier always says.
Isn't that one of you guys' sayings?
No soldier left behind. Yeah, no dildo left behind.
That's right. No soldier. Sorry, I thought it was dildos. But yeah. I kudos to that guy. He really put his job first there. No. Grip that thing.
T.I., I will say, over when I was in the Middle East, we had an amnesty box that soldiers would have to put in for contraband, and it was our unit that went and picked those up. Countless dildos were found in there. I mean, we had some triumphant, veiny bastards, and we would take them and throw them up against the tent wall and everything.
Most popular color Was it green or purple or black, white?
No. Yeah,
Flesh,
it was
flesh
El
colored.
Negro.
Camouflage.
Yes.
It was
It was as
camouflage.
dark could get.
You can't see
Camouflage
it.
and glow in the
Darker
two
than the
most
night
popular.
itself.
Yeah, two most
It
popular
was
were
Wesley
infrared.
Snipes.
Yeah, infrared and camouflage.
Yeah.
It was John
Yeah.
Cena.
Skin color.
Excuse me, hold on. Let me put my infrared goggles on so I can see that dildo.
I cannot see it.
Red rocket.
Oh,
Red rocket.
I'm gonna have
Yum.
to. Sorry, I couldn't see it in the dark. I'm gonna need a smaller one.
Oh, this was one of the weirdest ways of derailing. There's been some good ways, some bad ways to derail. I guess I'll just simply say this was one of the weirdest phallical speaking. But
You know,
yes,
you just never
Reminder-
know which way the vein goes. You know.
you never know what you're going to get. So reminder, follow us wherever you get your social media. Sports Hit Nation comes to you every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. T.I. was just drafting his one of many, I think, fantasy football leagues. How did that go?
3. It went good. Almost didn't happen though. Almost didn't even make the draft. I had to the draft location was in an area of Nashville called Hendersonville, and I spent the entire day in an area of Nashville called Murfreesboro. I guess it's really not an area of Nashville anymore. None of these are areas of Nashville at this point, but I am not. I call myself idiot for a reason. So if I'm putting this perspective, they're about an hour and 15, hour and 20 minutes away from each other. And my son was playing soccer in between. So we had one car and rain delays, lightning delays, hour and a half delay. A game that was supposed to end at 4 didn't even start until 4:30. And I had to draft at 6:30 at a place that's an hour and 15 minutes away. So me, being the MacGyver that I am, overheard a dad saying that he had to work and had to head back at 4:30 to Nashville. And I was like, oh, you're heading back, huh? So I hitchhiked with another dad on the way back to Nashville and then hopped in my car, fled out to Hendersonville, arrived at the house at 6:25. Draft started at 6:30. Drafted a grade team and predicted to go 12-2 and to finish second, but I think I could probably finish first. But hey, that's how you do it, man. You know, sometimes you just got to say, hey, kiddo, I know you're in an important game right now. I know you're playing keeper. I know you need your dad behind you to support you along the way. But I got to go to a fucking fantasy football draft right now. So I'm going to see you. I'm going to bounce out of here with another dad who's bouncing on his kid. All right. We're going to go heading after everything. But no, he's the dad. Dad is an actor. He is one of the main actors involved, like the Shakespeare in the Park. And he was like, they have to do shows on the weekends. And it was just like perfect how it worked out. I was like, oh, this is fantastic. I told my wife, I was like, hey, I think I'm going to catch a ride back. She's looking at me like, oh my God, I'm going to fucking kill you, you know?
Yeah.
It's teaching your priorities there because soccer costs you money. Fantasy football, you're going to win money. So always important to teach your kids. You can do it as long as it's for the money.
But yeah, shout out to Maya's dad, old Josh. Like this past offseason, hit me up. He was like, "Hey, I need to know your draft strategy." And I said, "All right, I'll share with you my draft strategy." When I got there, about 4 or 5 picks in, I went up to where he was drafting and reminded him. I was like, "Hey, do you remember the strategy?" And he was like, "No, I forgot." And I said, "Well, look at my team. You'll figure it out. You're gonna have to figure it out on your own. I'm not telling you." And then he figured it out, and then he followed my strategy. At the end of the draft, we both got the top-rated teams. We both face each other week one. We're both predicted to finish first and second. So shout out to him for listening to my strategy.
And we got to get him on the show, both him and Maya, for Racing Idiot Nation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it all worked out. Everybody had a good time, man. Everybody was real wasted. Those guys have been drinking all day and partying, so I took advantage of some of their dumb picks. You know, I will tell a funny story though. The admin, we call him the GOAT, but he had a glitch. His Wi-Fi booted him like a couple times on and off between round 5 and 7, and it did like an auto draft thing, and he wound up with a defensive safety for the Cowboys, which is fine because we play two defensive players, but he was like, okay, well, I'll look him up, and he was like a third string.
Well, he didn't even get Travion Diggs. He didn't even get.
No,
I was like,
it was like it randomly just picked this random dude. So he got this like third string Cowboy player safety in like the
Deion Sanders
in like the 6th round or something. You know, I felt bad for him, but hey, man, you know, shit happens. But
I won't feel bad. I'm trying to win.
Yeah, shout out to my team. Shout out to my Wi-Fi.
That's worked great. Drafted me my team.
My team in that league is the Tennessee Trash Humpers. So shout out to the Tennessee Trash Humpers.
They're in the butt sniffers.
They are.
Yeah,
they're
nice.
better than the butt sniffers. Speaking of, something stinks around here. What is that?
Mayday! Mayday! Cover your brains, boys and girls. Put on your tinfoil hats, because this is Idiot of the Week.
All right, you idiots and sinners. For this week's idiot, it's a little Florida man-esque, but we're going out west to Adam's home state of California. A Khalees Crawford, sounds like coward, is now arrested after he allegedly was discovered to be notoriously out there sniffing ladies' behinds. Not one, not two, but up to 24 women had claimed that he'd been doing one of these, and Joe Biden right up to him. They're behind. Now, he is obviously a prior offender, registered offender, and so, you know, not once, not twice, but far too many times. Get this man off the street. California, you're disgusting. Adam, what the hell?
He's a habitual butt sniffer.
Yeah.
We've got to.
It was not his first time.
We got to nip that in the butt. I guess.
Yeah,
nip that in the
exactly.
butt. We could say bud, but butt just seemed way more appropriate. So, yeah, I mean, you know, once or twice, I mean, you know, hey, you know, we were all, you know, in college once, man. You know, we've all had our first beer, so I mean, I get it, but
no, the guy's like in his 50s.
This guy, man, this guy has been sniffing way too many butts illegally. So, time for him to lock him up, throw away the key, and don't let any butts near him. You know,
if you're ever in a fantasy draft with some guys you don't know, and you see
my
a
kids
Crowder,
out there listening to this conversation.
There's a Crowder in your league, and they're randomly on auto draft. You probably know why.
Yeah, it's like, man, I can't believe he drafted Dak Prescott. Oh, that's because he's out sniffing butts.
Can you imagine? Even in jail, even in jail, they deliver the food and then they have to back out of the room. They don't want to turn. They don't want to turn around. Like,
but I mean, what the hell, man? Like, you for real sniffing butts?
You can't even sniff your own.
Go for the neck, man. Come on.
I mean,
yeah, hair, someone's hair, just like grab it and smell it.
Sniffing butts doesn't even make sense, man. Like, what are you? Do you think you're a dog? Like, did you hit your head one day and wake up like barking at people? You think that's how you have to meet people? That's how my dog thinks he meets people. My dog's like, hey, I'm
California culture.
Yeah, it's like, hey, you're another dog like me. No. All right, I'm gonna say hi to you, but I'm gonna say hi to you by sniffing your butt. So in some cultures, it's perfectly acceptable to sniff each other's butts when you meet them, but not if the other party doesn't agree. So
don't put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby.
That's so we need to get that guy on the show. He would be an interesting guest. So tell me, when did you know that butt sniffing was your thing? You know?
Yeah. I remember my first time like it was yesterday.
He's like, it all started in gym class.
Yeah, you know? The rope.
This is going to be
the rope.
The third try at doing the TV show Dexter, you know, like going in for first blood. No, first Dexter, first sniff.
First butt. Dexter, first sniff. Butt.
A line of Coke. Like,
stringing up.
A line of Coke would actually make more sense. Like, I get it, but a line of butts. I mean, hey, everybody, like, I want to see more butts.
He went from white to brown.
Yeah. I think what happened is just like he just went insane trying to sniff his own butt and was like, I just can't. I have to sniff a butt.
I can't hack it.
Finally, just broke. He just broke.
Mix it up a bit.
He broke. It was like, can't sniff my own butt. Got to explore and see what butts are out there. You know.
put in more effort than Micah Parsons.
You know, I didn't know that we'd be getting canceled this early in the second season, but it probably is going to happen after this episode.
So
You know,
thank you for
Thank
you for watching. We didn't quite make it to
We
120
appreciate
episodes.
you supporting
but,
us and everything we did.
Cracker
This has
Barrel.
been Three's Company.
Watch out for the spinoff, Sports Idiot Nation After Hours.
Right.
You know, it'll be coming soon to via OnlyFans, where it's just us eating food and complaining about sports teams.
A reminder, we do try to come to you every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, which means, for now, until further notice, we will see you Wednesday. Thank you for watching this episode of Sports Idiot Nation. Remember, we are on all social media and on YouTube, and the podcast can be found on Spotify and Apple Podcast. Remember, new episodes are every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And remember, because you watch Sports Idiot Nation,
You would be the smartest idiot in the whole world.